Picture this, the skies over the calm blue Caribbean, suddenly alive with the hum of powerful radar systems. But this time, it's not just any radar. It's the unmistakable signal of one of the world's most feared air defense systems, the Russian S-400 Triumf. That's right. Reports suggest Russia has deployed a full S-400 missile battery to Venezuela as part of a newly reinforced defense cooperation pact between Moscow and Caracas. And this move sends a clear message to Washington: we can project power right in your backyard. To most nations, the S-400 isn't just a weapon, it's a symbol of dominance. With a reach of 400 kilometers, it can detect, track, and destroy targets ranging from stealth jets like the F-35 to cruise missiles and even hypersonic drones. Imagine this. From Venezuela's northern coast, the S-400's radar coverage extends across nearly the entire Caribbean, including U.S. bases in Puerto Rico and even southern Florida. That means one thing: America's comfort zone just got a lot smaller. There's always a reason behind every Russian move. In recent months, the U.S. has ramped up its military presence in the Caribbean, citing regional stability. But to Moscow and Caracas, it's clear this is geopolitical pressure in disguise. So Russia responds the way it knows best, by sending in hardware that can change the balance of power. Along with the S-400s, reports mention Nebo-M radar systems and Pantsir S-1 air defense vehicles being deployed around key Venezuelan sites. With this setup, Venezuela now boasts one of the most advanced air defense networks in all of Latin America. Since the news broke, Washington has been in overdrive. U.S. defense analysts are calling this situation a modern Cuban Missile Crisis, only this time, it's radar and hypersonic missiles instead of nuclear warheads. And for the U.S. Air Force, that's a big deal. Stealth fighters like the F-35 Lightning II, once untouchable, now face a serious threat. Flying too close to Venezuelan airspace could mean being locked on by the S-400's radar. And that's not a bluff, because when that radar locks, it doesn't miss. After years of sanctions and economic pressure, Venezuela is rewriting its story. With Russian backing, it's turning into a strategic military hub in the Western Hemisphere. This partnership isn't new. It's a revival of long-standing ties between Caracas and Moscow. Now it includes joint training programs, radar system upgrades, and even the modernization of Venezuela's aging Russian-made missiles. For President Nicolas Maduro, this is not just defense. It's political defiance against U.S. influence, a message that says we're no longer alone. Let's break it down. The S-400 can engage multiple targets using 4 different missile types, each built for different ranges and altitudes. From the short-range 9M96E to the long-range 40N6E, these missiles can destroy even stealth aircraft before they're detected visually. Its multi-band radar can pierce through stealth coatings, especially when the F-35 uses active radar or flies at low altitude. And now that capability sits right on America's doorstep, in Venezuela. For the Pentagon, that's a nightmare, because it means Russian eyes and missiles can now monitor U.S. air operations in the Western Atlantic. China welcomed the move, calling it a strategic balance for global stability. But NATO and Washington, not so calm. Military analysts warn that if Russia keeps expanding its military footprint in Venezuela, the Caribbean could become the next flashpoint between East and West. Some even say we're witnessing the rebirth of a new Cold War, only this time, the weapons are faster, smarter, and more unpredictable. History seems to be repeating itself. Just like in 1962, when the Cuban Missile Crisis nearly pushed the world into nuclear war, today's situation echoes that same tension, but with far deadlier technology. The arrival of S-400s in Venezuela could mark the beginning of a new era of strategic confrontation, where the skies over the Caribbean become the front line of global power. All eyes are now on the Caribbean. Is Russia simply showing off its strength? Or is this the first move in a much larger game? One thing is certain, with the S-400s now active in Venezuela, the Caribbean skies are no longer America's playground. So what do you think? Will this spark a new Cold War-style standoff? Or is it just a bold bluff from Moscow? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next big story from the world of global defense. Until next time, stay alert, because the skies above the Caribbean just got a lot more dangerous.